What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and wrestling fans? This is JP from Kayfabe Chronicles coming to you via live stream. What is up, people? Good to see you all hanging out here this beautiful Sunday evening. Tonight's on the discussion board NXT. Is it good? You bet your butt it's good. I love everything absolutely about NXT. So tonight I'm going to be discussing some of my favorite up-and-coming wrestlers on the NXT roster that you probably haven't seen that much. Some haven't even actually hit the ring yet, but you know what? I know that they're going to be some good stuff. So it all comes to you right after these messages. Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. JP from Kayfabe Chronicles coming to you once again live. If this is your first time here, please stick around for a little while. Follow this live chat room that we got going on the left-hand side of your screen. And also, boom, follow us on Twitter and our Facebook page. And also, click subscribe. Do all that good stuff. It's good times being here. So yeah, if you guys didn't see, I'm going to be discussing my favorite up-and-coming NXT Superstars. Those of you guys who don't really know a lot about NXT, it is essentially kind of the training ground of the WWE universe. It's looked after by Triple H. Triple H, big name player in the entire league, essentially, of the wrestling world. If you guys haven't seen any of the NXT pay-per-views, they usually happen the Saturday before the Big Four. So you got Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, SummerSlam, WrestleMania, of course, and the NXT always tears down the house every single time. They put on probably one of the best shows of the year, and then sadly the main show has to follow the next day, and they usually fail horribly. So yeah, I'm going to be talking to you guys about some of my favorite up-and-coming NXT superstars, and please let me all know what you guys think in the chat room. I will be reading your comments. Look, I'm the only one who has written so far. So yeah, we're pretty much going to start. I'm going to break it up into males, females, and we're going to talk about a little bit of the tag division. So very first person on my agenda, we got the Velveteen Dream. I know you guys are thinking, well, we've heard of the Velveteen Dream. You bet your butt you have heard of the Velveteen Dream because this guy is phenomenal. This guy is absolutely everywhere. If you've seen any NXT programming, you know who the Velveteen Dream is. He is so beyond over with the crowd. Like, his music hits and people are just all over this guy. So, pretty much, essentially, how he kind of got his thing, he was on the last season of Tough Enough under his real name, Patrick Clark. He was eliminated pretty early on due to the fact that they felt he was a little bit too overconfident and pretty cocky. But you know what? The dude was like 18 at the time of the shooting, I think. He was like 18 or 20 around there. He's only 22 now. He had every right to back that stuff up, man. He's absolutely phenomenal. Just where you see where he's come from, where he started off, just his entire character. Like look at him. Like, there it is. Like, look at him. Like, he's essentially whoa, my head's all, there we go. Let's get out of frame there. He's pretty much like, he's not a pimp per se. I don't know. It's a really tough character, but the thing I really like about him is just the in-ring psychology that he does. Um, just the way that he forwards himself to the crowd, the way that he gets into his opponent's minds. Like, he pulls a lot of Ravishing Rick Rude style gimmick. Like, he airbrushes his opponents onto his tights. His interviews prior to the match, he really tries to get into his opponent's head. Two NXT's takeovers ago, he fought Aleister Black in probably one of the best matches of his career, if you ask me. You know, his career's been short. It was a pretty damn good match. And then the last one, it was him versus Cassius Ohno, and before the match, he flat out told Cassius Ohno that I'm going to knock you out in under 30 seconds, and then he treated it like a boxing match. Like, this kid, I think the thing that I like most about him is that the fact that he is so young. Like I said, he's only 22. He looks way far beyond. Like, 22 should not be as built as this guy is. But, like, the thing I like the most about him is his in-ring psychology and the way that he portrays his character. Like, it's like a flamboyant prince, like the singer that could just whoop your ass at any time. And just something about him. Like, he just absolutely is just beautiful to watch. Like I said, every time his music hits, the crowd jumps on him. He'll be up in the main roster probably by next year for for sure, which I'm scared about because I don't know what he would do on the main roster. They'll probably just bury him like they do to all the NXT guys. But like, yeah, definitely he is something to watch out for. He is something to kind of keep your eye on. Like he's got it. I don't know what he has, but he's definitely got it. He's phenomenal. Check him out. Like I said, match you should definitely check out Aleister Black versus Velveteen Dream at NXT Takeover, the one just before Royal Rumble. No, the one just before Survivor Series. Survivor Series, not Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble just happened. That one was still good too, but yeah, like the one that he fought just before Survivor Series was absolutely breathtaking. It was amazing, so damn good, so damn good. But yeah, Velveteen Dream. Like I said, I figured I'd start with him because a lot of people know who the Velveteen Dream is. So yeah, but we're gonna keep on the men. We're gonna talk about Cesar Bonini. Um, Cesar, like just like he's an intimidating looking guy. Like when you absolutely just look at him, you'll be like whoa, like he's pretty built. He's I believe he's from Brazil, like South America. Um, just right off that, I haven't seen tons of his matches. I've seen a couple of his matches, a lot of his stuff via YouTube of just fans taping him in the crowd. But like it's his look. It's definitely his look that really draws me towards him. And I'm just like, damn, this guy's impressive. He won the NXT award for best up and comer. He said he really hasn't done a lot yet in NXT, but like he's on his way. Like he's an intimidating looking guy. The crowd loves him. Like why else would they have voted for him? But I think what sets him apart is his agility. Like like look at him. Like look at this guy. He's phenomenal looking. It's like you just took marble and chiseled him right out of it. But like I said, I wish I knew a little bit more about him. I've only seen a couple matches about on his, but yeah, he's just he looks really impressive. But I'm going to echo on to the very next guy on this. We got Fabian Eichner. I first got introduced to him during the Cruiserweight Classic. He was he represented Italy, where my peeps are from, Italy. And but the first time I saw it, I was like, there's no way that guy's like 205 pounds. There's no way he's a cruiserweight because he's built like a brick. Like he's just phenomenal. Look at. I keep forgetting what side it is. Like look at this. Look at this guy. Like how can you tell me that this guy isn't like destined for greatness? Granted, like I said, he hasn't really done a lot on NXT either yet. But like I said, check him out. Like watch him in the Cruiserweight Classic. Like he said, he was eliminated in the first round, but his first round matchup was pretty impressive. I think he has a really good future because he has the look of a wrestler. Like if you ran into like a guy like this in an alley, like bald, super beat, like just super brutish, would you want to fight that? Hell no, I wouldn't want to fight that. But yeah, like he needs to work on his mic skills a little bit. He's not quite there, but like give this guy some time, like tone him, and I think that he's going to be definitely one to look out for. Some other guys like on my list, I'm not going to really go into huge thing, but like Lars Sullivan. Like Lars is just amazing. Like you can't even say anything bad about him. He looks great. He's awesome in the ring. He's intimidating. He's great on the microphone. Like you guys already know about Lars. I already gave you Velveteen Dream. You don't need to know about Lars Sullivan. All right, so we're done the men. Like pretty much everyone on the men's roster, like you really already know a lot of the guys. I'll be talking more some of them in later when we're talking about the tag teams. But let's jump right into the ladies division. So we got Shayna Baszler, the Queen of Spades. Love her, love her. First got introduced to her via the Mae Young Classic. You guys saw my previous reviews. I didn't really like her for her first couple matches. I was like, you're kind of garbagey in my opinion. But then once I saw what they were doing with it, that she's essentially a bully. That's her character. She's an MMA fighter who became a bully. And I love the way that she's actually portraying this character. She comes in NXT, she like beats up the developmental, the PC people. She injured Dakota Kai. She beat up Aaliyah. She had a great match with Ember Moon at the last takeover. She choked out Kairi Sane. Shayna has a ton of potential, and they're really using her. I guarantee she's going to be NXT champion by year's end. Like she's going to be NXT Women's Champion by the year's end. I really like what they're doing with her. Like people are, oh, they're just promoting because the whole Ronda Rousey thing because she's friends with Ronda Rousey in real life. You know, she's been wrestling for a couple years now, about three or 4 years, I believe. Not 100% sure. If you guys know the real thing, let me know. But yeah, really like her character work. I love her submissions. I love the way that she just plays herself. And apparently, she's like the nicest person in real life. Like outside of the ring, apparently she's like a huge sweetheart, which shows like her versatility to be able to play the two characters. But yeah, Shayna Baszler is definitely a person that people should be looking out for in this upcoming year. Next, we got Bianca Belair. Like, just watch everything that Bianca does. She's only been wrestling for a little bit over a year. That's right. Watch one of her matches. Watch the match with her versus Kairi Sane in the Mae Young Classic, and you tell me she's only been wrestling for a year. This woman, she's phenomenal. Like, since she has an impressive CrossFit background, which means that she, like, like you can see, like where she gets her strength and her agility, her endurance from. She's just fun to watch in the ring. What they're doing right now with her, like they're treating her as like kind of the next big thing. Like she's having a lot of squash matches. Excuse me, which is great. I think that gives her a lot of time to show just how badass she is, and she well deserved. But I love her character. I love the hair that she just whips her opponents with it. Like she's just the epitome, just badassdom. Like I definitely would not want to fight her. But yeah, like I think the main reason why I have her on this list is the fact that yeah, she's only been wrestling for a little bit over a year. The NXT Performance Center has combines every year, and she won the last two female combines. That is how impressive that she is. Like, she's definitely got a huge future in the company. She'll definitely get called up to the main roster, and I think she's going to do very well for herself. But yeah, Bianca is definitely somebody that everybody on the roster and everyone out there should definitely keep their eyes on. So with more on the ladies, we got Lacey Evans. Oh, Lacey Evans, I really like her. I really like her character. Uh, she's in real life a former Marine, which is cool. But the thing I really like about her is her character. Like she's kind of like the badass Marine, but she's also like the fit, proper lady. Like as you can see, like she always wears the hat. She's very polite in the ring. She wears like the white gloves. But when you see her in the ring, it's like hands down, let's get down to business. She's not the best. Like some of her matches are still little tightening up. She's still a little squeaky in some areas, but like she has a ton of potential, and I can see it in her ring. I like her character that she's developed for herself. Um, her match with Tainara Conti at the Mae Young Classic was great. I loved everything about it. Her and Tony Storm, it was okay. It was decent. Tony's has a lot more experience than Lacey Evans. Just unfortunately, their styles didn't really mesh that well. So I think that was the reason why that match didn't work. But just seeing Lacey every week on NXT, she's really growing. She's really improving. I do see a lot of great things coming from her. She's fun. She's really fun to watch. I highly recommend that you guys check out Lacey Evans. Next, we got one of my absolute favorites from the Mae Young Classic, Abby Lath. Like, I love Abby. She's just a super fun person. Her character is so much fun. Like, and even just in real life, like, just like if I follow her on Twitter, I follow her on Instagram. She's she's just she just seems like just a fun person to just hang out, just spend the whole day with. She's an avid Disney goer, like I am, so I'm hoping that when I go down to Disney this year, for my yearly trip, I bump into her. It'd be awesome, just like shake her hand and be like, you know what, you're cool. I like everything about you. Um, she really turned a lot of heads in the Mae Young Classic. Like I said, she had an amazing first round match against Jazzy Gabbard. Her match with Rachel Evers was really good. Her match with Mercedes Martinez was really good. Like I've watched a lot of her independent stuff, like when she was Kimberly. She's great. She's so fun in the ring, and you can see like she's built for this. Like she's a former ballet dancer that became wrestler. That's not even a scripted thing. Granted, like they mentioned that, but like that's a real life thing about her. But you can tell in the ring, like she's so graceful when she moves around. Just everything, a thing about her. Like she's just her interviews are really great. Her like kind of like David versus Goliath attitude. because she is smaller compared to a lot of the other female competitors, but she's just super great to watch. But yeah, I strongly recommend watching the Mae Young Classic, watching all of her matches, and check out some of her like older stuff too. Look her up, Kimberly. That's her independent name. Check that up. Yeah, huge future for this lady. Can't wait till I see her more on the actual NXT roster. Right now, she's had a couple minor TV appearances, but she's been doing a lot of house shows. So I count down the days till I see her, and it's going to be great. All right, we got Rhea Ripley. Oh yeah, oh Rhea, you are so freaking amazing. Like, uh, echoing on the like the Velveteen Dream, Rhea Ripley is only 21 years old. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, if you've seen her in the ring, like she's a bigger competitor, like height wise, strength wise. She's a former professional soccer player, so like she uses a lot of kicks. But look at those guns. Look at them. Look at them. Like says she's only 21, and like she's just phenomenal. Like early 20s, and she's already signed to WWE. She's been wrestling, I think, for about 6 years, so that's impressive. So she started when she was really young, and she's just a pleasure to watch in the ring. Like her character is really good. She uses like her youth, like she does like a lot of head banging, a lot of like horns and rocking out. But like the thing that I think that I really like the most about her is just how impressive she looks and like how mature she is for somebody of her age. Like when I watch her, I feel like that I'm watching somebody kind of late 20s, early 30s, like just the way that they move around in the ring, which is great. Like I'm not saying oh she's old, no, she wrestles old. No, no, like I'm saying like she looks like she's been doing this a long time and she looks like she's super experienced. Um, like a couple of her mic, her promos, need a little work, but that just comes with the territory. But like her in ring intimidation factor is great. Her look is great. Uh, her kicks are phenomenal. Like she has like a spinning roundhouse kick. It's just beautiful. Like she's got a huge future. I'm looking forward to seeing her wrestle for many years. But yes, Rhea Ripley's definitely an up and comer. Oh, thumbs way up for her. How could I have this list without Dakota? How could I do this list without Dakota Kai? Like she's just like she even says in interviews she's the girl next door. Like look at her. Like she's just so adorable. Like her character is so much fun. Like the Chun Li buns and like the anime peace sign. But like in the ring, holy crap, she's so damn fast. She's so freaking fast. Like the match starts and she's already running around kicking people in the face. Like the thing I like about her is that like she uses her speed and her striking ability. Like she doesn't do tons of submissions. She's not a huge high flyer. Granted, her finishing move is a double leg stomp from the top rope, but like just everything about Dakota Kai. Like she's been wrestling a while now. She turns 30 this year, to my knowledge. Huge career in front of her. Like even her previous stuff. Like I watched a little bit of her older, like her Shimmer stuff when she was Evie. Um, the Impact Wrestling, like in Australia. Um, like she's just great to watch. I really enjoyed her in the Mae Young Classic. She was like one person I really like associated with. So then I like did more research. I found out like me and her have a lot of stuff in common. She's a huge nerd, a huge gamer. She loves video games. Like so she's constantly posting pictures of video games, and she's funny. Like her YouTube videos, like the performance center, like her entire Christmas thing. If you guys didn't see it, were her and person we'll be talking about right after this went around trying to get the performance center to sing Christmas carols with him was absolutely hilarious. But yeah, she's great. Her character work is great. Her ring work is great. She's a person. If I had to pick one person on the NXT roster, just spend a day with, have breakfast, and just like drink coffee and just shoot the crap with, I'd probably take her. She just seems like a really interesting person to hang out with. But yeah, Dakota Kai, huge future in this lady. The only thing I'm worried about is that a lot of people are treating her as like the new Bailey, like the up and coming Bailey, which is great. The Bailey gimmick works on NXT, not so much on the main roster. So if she was to move up to the main roster, I don't know what's gonna happen. But yeah, Dakota Kai, super fun to watch. So next on the list we got Nixon Newell. Like I said, her Dakota Kai, huge besties. If you follow them both on social media, you will understand they're pretty much inseparable. Not a lot of people saw a lot of Nixon. She was originally supposed to be a competitor in the Mae Young Classic, but she suffered a leg injury. I believe it was some muscle tearing, like I think it was an ACL or an MCL tear, I believe, um, just before the tournament, so she had to pull. So she was replaced by Miranda Salinas. Um, but like Nixon, like she's very young, like she's like early 20s, like 23, 24ish. Um, her matches are great. Like I've watched a lot of her UK stuff, a lot of her European stuff. She's very set in that style of wrestling, which is great. So a lot of takedowns, a lot of submissions, a lot of strikes. She's really fun to watch in the ring for sure. Except granted, like I said, there hasn't been a lot about her on NXT yet because she's still kind of developmenting the developmental camp and all that stuff. But yeah, but I've seen enough of her other stuff to know that she's going to be a real deal. She's going to be one to watch out for, and I'm looking forward to seeing her debut very soon. So that's all I got for the ladies. So we're going to talk about the tag division. So very first we got, boom, TM61. TM61, they've been around for a while. They were finalists in last year's Dusty Rhodes Classic where they lost to AOP in the finals. Um, I have them first on the list because they're up-and-comers, but a lot of people know who they are. But like I said, due to injury, they spent most of this previous year not wrestling, so they recently came back. So they're once again relaunching themselves on the NXT roster. They're great. They are absolutely great. I love everything about them. They're super fun to watch. A lot of double team maneuvers. That's what I like about tag teams. A lot of double teams. A lot of quick tags, tag ins, tag outs. They work very well with each other. Um, like right now the tag division's kind of a little weird in regards to NXT. Like you only have Sanity pretty much, and Arthur's Pain and the Undisputed Era. Those are like your top three, and then there's pretty much the list I'm going to be talking about. But yeah, TM61 is definitely they got a bright future. Glad that they're not injured anymore, so like you'll definitely see more of them. If they are in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic this year, I will predict them to probably win. Uh, but who knows? Who knows what the heck's going to happen? All right, we got the Street Profits coming up. Oh, damn, these guys are good. These guys are freaking good. Um, like you want to talk about like just speed and showmanship? You got to talk about the Street Profits. Like say like they're so athletic, it's not even funny. Like they move so fluently in the ring. Another good like double team, a lot of quick tags, which I really like about them. But like their athleticism. Like I don't even I can't even like talk about like how athletic these guys are. Like you just gotta watch them. Like you'll watch them and you'll be like, damn, I didn't think anybody could move like that. Like they work really well together. Like I said, like they're still a little bit new, um, but like I see huge things coming from them. I think they need a little bit more TV time. But I'm glad that like they've been getting a lot of matches lately. They're really fun to watch. They're hilarious together. Like I said, they are definitely the future. But like I said, they're mainly on this list because it's just pure athleticism. Like I don't think that there's better athletes than them on the NXT roster right now. I could be wrong. What the hell do I know? I just talk about this stuff. But yeah, very fun to watch. But the most fun team to watch, without a shadow of a doubt, has to be Heavy Machinery. Like, you cannot help but love these guys. Like, these guys are just absolutely, just amazingly fun to watch. Like, Tucker and Otis, like, out of, out of every tag team I've seen in the past, like, 5 years, one thing that really struggles with a lot of tag teams is having fun. Like you can just tell people, just, whatever, tag, go in the ring, fight. But like these guys take every little simple move and make it like the best thing ever in the world. Like like Otis, he's so funny to watch. Just his facial expressions. Like when he yells "boom shakalaka" and he does like a flying elbow drop. And it's funny because like Tucker's huge and like Otis is just like the human equivalency of the Tasmanian devil. Like, oh, like their double team moves are great. They're so over with the crowd. They go out there. Everyone cheers steaks and weights, which is their thing, which is great. They lift weights and they eat tons of steaks. Um, I love everything about them. I love them mostly because, like I said, everything they do looks like they're just having the best time in the world, and that's what wrestling should be. Like, if you're in a tag team, you should be having the most fun that you've ever had, like, ever, with your tag team partner. And that's what these guys do every single week. And Otis, the little short man, does the worm. He does the freaking worm. Like, guys of that size should not be doing that. And, like, a really impressive thing in the combine last year, like, Otis did 46 bench press reps at like, the set weight. NFL players don't even do that. Bodybuilders don't even do that. Like, Otis is just, he he's a force to be reckoned with. Both of them are a force to be reckoned with. I love everything about Heavy Machinery. I'm calling they're going to win the tag team championships pretty soon. Like, Authors of Pain are going to move up, Undisputed Era is going to move up, and then I think they're gonna take the tag team titles. Maybe they'll win the Dusty Tag Team Classic. Who knows? They were in it last year. Sadly, they got eliminated in the first round, but they were up against Austin Aries and Roddy. And they were still brand new guys. Like, they hadn't even developed the Heavy Machinery name yet. So, yeah, Heavy Machinery definitely a really fun team to keep your eyes out for. All right, well, that's all I have in regards to my favorite up-and-comers for NXT. I know there's a lot of people out there that I left off the list. Like, there's a lot of, more females who really haven't hit the main roster. A couple of the males, like, you know, but like I said, like, these are people that no one's really seen yet. Like, we could all argue, like, like where's Johnny Gargano? Everyone knows who Johnny Gargano is. Everyone knows who Candice LeRae is. Everybody knows who authors. Like, everyone knows all these other people. Like, these are like people who are still up and coming that not a lot of people know about yet. Which is why I decided to do this entire list essentially. So yeah, hopefully, like I said, a lot more people will start watching NXT. I try to watch it every week. It is tough because I usually work Wednesday nights. Um, but yeah, if you guys haven't seen NXT, check out the Takeover pay-per-views. Do yourselves a favor. Like I said, the highlight of the weekends all the time. So yeah, and that's pretty much all the time we have tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed sitting here for the live stream. Why does nobody use the chat room? I even wrote something in it. But yeah, as always, if you guys like the video, please hit subscribe and crush that like button. Follow us on Twitter and the Facebook page up above. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. I'm really trying to get associated with all you fans out there. And as always, this is JP from Kayfabe Chronicles, and I will see you guys next time.